So I think we will start because the session is recorded. So we had some other people that wanted to see it, but maybe they will see it afterwards. So let's start. Sorry for my voice. I just have a very bad cold, but I assume that you have such issues nowadays in East Coast. So yes, let's start. The idea of this short event is just to share some of our new features and insight, and we wanted to do this kind of event on a regular basis. So it's the first edition. We made the first round last Thursday with some people, and it has been appreciated. So I will ask your feedback at the end of the session. We will try to keep the 30 minutes. So I will just go into my presentation, maybe 10-15 minutes, and we will be able to keep all the questions at the end of the session. So let's start by a short introduction about what is Evelity actually. But you all have this kind of information. We started developing Evelity as a wayfinding app. At the beginning, we started to design it for visually impaired people in metro stations. Firstly, in France, we started working with the Metro of Paris long time ago with a lot of issues. And then we implemented the technology in the Metro of Marseille, which is now open since May for all the riders in Marseille. And we enlarged our type of buildings and metro where we made some testing, including MTA in New York. And I will be able to give you some feedback about the pilot we've made there and other testing in other metros, but not only metros, in schools. Now we have hotels, museums, and our vision is to give an inclusive wayfinding app that can be helpful for any user according to his capacities, abilities, and preferences. So you can see here some pictures about the way we work today in high schools, museums, but I will go deeply in the presentation about some of the features. So just as a reminder, our tech is based on indoor positioning system with Bluetooth beacons. We definitely worked and tried different technologies, and we still believe today that the best compromise between accuracy, maintenance, cost is the Bluetooth beacon based indoor positioning system, which implies three parts. The first is the beacons itself that we implement in the venue. The second part is some let's say positioning algorithm to locate the smartphone, and then we have a weighted routing algorithm to reach a destination on the app regarding the capabilities of the users, preferences, stairs, elevators, and we added, due to our let's say long experience in the accessibility field and the physical accessibility field, we can add some tactile walking surface indicators, for example, in the routing algorithm to provide it to the user that needs this kind of information. We still have this vision that one of the best and must-have feature is a hands-free turn-by-turn navigation, because many users want to keep their hands free when they are in a metro station or a large venue. And it's still true. We have some limitations. And we worked with our chief scientist officer on this topic to provide the best experience with hands-free of the smartphone. But we can discuss about it. We have some recommendation to do to make it work. It's not today completely possible in the pocket, but we have some recommendation. On a jacket, it works. On a backpack, it works. And this is an important topic for us. Obviously, we have those routes adapted to all profiles. Accessible interfaces. We work directly on the two platforms with iOS and Android. We have two teams that integrate all the accessibility features from the smartphone to make this experience as smooth as possible for the end users according to their own preferences. We can today add some information to some specific point of interest if you want to provide information to the users when they reach a destination. We can add text that can be read by the screen reader of the app, of the smartphone, or add some audio descriptions for museums, for example, if they have an actor that made the voice. We have the interactive map, which is one of the focus of the day, and multilingual app, and I will talk again about it later. But because we have users, we also have customers that are the building managers. We have this centralized administration tool, which is a web, let's say, back office with different features where the customer can close a part of a building for building work for a few days, where you can have some data analytics, compliant with privacy by design. You can have also the modification of the point of interest, so different features regarding the needs of the administration of the building. We provide unlimited remote support. And our app, which is something I think important, works without internet. If you don't want to have a real-time, let's say real-time data regarding the metros or the traffic, the app works perfectly without any connection. So let's do a focus on the three new features we wanted to share. The first one, actually, it's not a real feature. It's a part of the technology itself. So we completely changed this year the engine of the indoor positioning system. We had a partner previously, and we changed it, and we worked hardly with this new partner, especially because we had some issues in metro stations regarding the electromagnetic perturbations. We learned a lot with the Metro of New York and the MTA because they have a high level of electromagnetic perturbation. And we had to find a technology that is really working on metro station, and it's positive for all our venues today. Here is an example of Sofitel, an hotel in Lyon that we implemented 2 weeks ago, actually, and we've done this setup. We have a median accuracy about 1 meter, and here on the top right corner, you can see, I think it's the third level, we have 0.5 meters of medium accuracy, which is really great regarding what we had previously, which was around 3 meters. So this allows us to provide a real, let's say, reliant and stable experience for the users with this new indoor positioning system, always based on Bluetooth beacon. The time for the calibration of the app is faster, actually, than what we had before. And it's still quite quick. I would say a metro station is about 1 day for installation and calibration. We also have this multi-building environment where we can go from indoor to outdoor and indoor again. I would say the biggest feature we wanted to share with you today is that, as I said, we started working for visually impaired people. So obviously we started with turn-by-turn navigation app with voice instructions. But talking with a lot of our customers, they all wanted to be able to offer to all the sighted person a good experience too, and we all have this, let's say, experience of mapping with Google Maps Waze when we drive a car. So we implemented this mapping. Regarding our design expertise, we made it as simple as possible with good contrast to let the choice to the user, only voice and pictograms, or to have this map with voice again, if you want, and you just have to follow I would say the yellow line to reach your destination. So you have the choice today to use this new interface. We made a lot of user testing in different type of buildings like metros in Lyon. We had a strong 3 rounds of user testing with Keolis and the innovation team of Keolis, some blind, visually impaired people, and other type of users. And we are really glad that today 100% of any user that made some routes with our app reach his destination 100%, I would say. So the interface is more inclusive. You have a visualization of your position with a real-time orientation in the venue. We also have those easy-to-read map. And the infrastructure elements are visible with some pictograms. So I think you all had the video, so you already get the information. Here, just because it's a metro station with a platform, so we have this first step of calibration, and it's the best way that we developed with Keolis in Lyon to be sure that the user will not go in the direction of the metro, but still on the platform. The last part of the new features, it's different, let's say, medium features. So we added in the app 4 graphic themes. So the user can also select the contrast and the theme that he prefers with, let's say, white and yellow, black and yellow, orange, the shape of the arrows. Then we added 2 new languages. So today we have 4 languages, and beginning of 2023 we had 14 languages. It's not Google Translation new languages. We made an important point then with working with some language specialists to do a relocation of all the languages. So today we have obviously French, English, German, and Dutch, because we have projects here, and we will have those 14 languages quite soon. We also have a new interface for the location selection. So you can see here on the second screen on the left. So when you start the app, you will have all the locations around you regarding the distance between you and the different venues that we equipped with a little picture of the venue and the distance in kilometers. And we will add very soon the settings where you can have those information with feet. And the last point is that we added for the points of interest, so the capacity to add text, photos, and audio contents, and we are working on videos. One of the let's say the engine that bring us to add those was firstly the museums, where we implemented the solution to provide journeys for museums where the user can be guided from an exhibit to a second one and have an access to the content of each exhibit according to his capacities. But then we are working with the hotels, and they also wanted to have some audio descriptions of the guest rooms for visually impaired people, for example, and to be able to add the menu of the restaurant, so to easily manage for the contents of some points of interest. So I've made a quick round of our latest and updated features, and I will be really glad to talk with you and to have your feedback and questions